Fireman here. Welcome to Altenstein for this little mod review of some new mods out today, the 30th of May. Holy buckets, the 30th of May already. Wow, time is flying by. We have the Metal Fach U741/1 pack. We have the Fiatagri 180/90, and we have the Alpego KF7-300. We have a cultivator, we have a plow, and we have a tractor. So, you know, on the surface, you say, okay, well, it's another little cultivator. Okay, well, it's another little plow. Another Fiatagri, that's a pretty cool tractor. But I got to tell you, there are some neat things with this, and we're going to go through them in just a little bit here. Start off, let's go with the Metal Fach. Let's get that done with. Then we'll go to the plow, the tractor, and then we got some demonstrations to do, so stick till the end because there's some cool things with this. The Metal Fach U741/1 pack is by CatFan18 Mods and VNSFDG2. Pretty cool. I'll just give you a little description with it. It's a cultivator with a hydropack of the Polish brand Metal Fach. We have a 3-meter one. We have a 4-meter one. Required horsepower on the 3-meter one is 80, and the required horsepower on the 4-meter one is 100. In the store, you're going to find, and let me get over here to cultivators, right here. The Metal Fach, $10,500 for the 3-meter, $12,200 for the 4-meter. Okay, pretty interesting. Now, the only option on both of them is without hydropack or with hydropack. Now that's kind of interesting for 5,000 bucks, I have to say. Looking at it, it's a pretty clean, crisp mod. Details work good. You got some what I would call discs in the front, in the back, and then you got a roller basket behind that. Now this is the 4-meter one, and this is the hydropack right here. This is kind of like an extra, almost like a 3-point hookup in the back. Now, notice there is no PTO shaft back here, so you do have to use some of your imagination when you go with it. That is the 4-meter one with the hydropack. This would be a 3-meter one without it. So there you can see kind of the difference. Besides 1 meter in the hydropack, nothing else to it. So I suppose you're asking yourself, well, what's the big deal of the hydropack? Well, I'll tell you. Whoops, we have a selling point for wood. Yeah, I know that. I don't need to know that again. Here it is. You have a extra hookup. So here I have the Massey Ferguson 30. Now, when you go on the Mod Hub, they have pictures of a Unia, but I cannot find that. So I don't know if it's a separate mod that I just missed or whatever. But there is no specialized seeder in the pack. I have this downloaded. If I go into sewing machines, I can't find it. So there is nothing in here that would work. So basically what you're going to be able to do is hook up a seeder behind this cultivator. Now this seeder, this Massey Ferguson 30, you cannot direct drill it. So you would have to cultivate the field before you could sow it. However, if you hook it on the back of this thing, you drag this thing, you can do it all in one. Not a bad idea, and we'll give that a shot here in just a little bit. Yeah, so that's that. I've hooked it up also to the Kuhn, the 3-meter Kuhn. That worked. So I just did this one. I just think it looks a little better. The reds are a little off, but so be it. So that's the Metal Fach. I keep jumping over the pallet. So that's the Metal Fach thing. Pretty neat. We're going to take that out, and we'll give it a shot here in just a little bit. Now, the next thing on the list is this plow. Now, yeah, you say another plow. Well, yeah, kind of it is another plow. But this is the Alpego KF7-300. This is by Team FSI Modding. This is a super cracker subsoiler with optional Franter H10. They say super kind of cracker on the Mod Hub with the C, but the decal has no C there, so I don't know if it's super cracker or super cracker. Hard to say. This is priced at $11,000, has a working width of 3 meters. Horsepower is 160, and then in parentheses they have plus 40. So that'd be interesting. Maybe another 40 with the Franter H10 on it. This is a tool with double work option. Without the Franter H10, it works as a plow. With the Franter H10, it works as a cultivator. So, here it is. Pretty neat. Oh boy, those are some deep shanks, I tell you. And this is the H10 hooked up to it. So, it's 3 meter. It's pretty neat. I mean, it looks like a beast. If you went over here, let me just grab the tractor here real quick. Take that off. So that is an awesome sounding tractor. I can't wait to get into that. This would be just the plow, and that would be the H10 thing. So if you go into the store, you go under plows, and you scroll over to where the, whoops, I went right by it. The Alpego KF7-300, 11,000 to purchase, 160 horsepower, 3 meters. You know what? I forgot to look at the slots. I want to say 17, but it's somewhere in there. I can't quite remember. Okay. Now, if you go into cultivators and you get to the Alpego Franter H10 2500, that is the cultivator option that would go behind it. So you'd hook up. It hooked up this way. Would go behind that. Interestingly enough, I don't know why you would do this. With the Metal Fach, with the hydropack option, if you turn this around, it actually hooks up. So that could be on the back. It doesn't do any purpose, but yeah, that's what it is. So you just got one thing hooked up. You just back up to it. It comes up. You hook it up, and we're going to give that a shot as well, because there's an interesting thing about this plow that I kind of like. So that's that. So there you have the Metal Fach and the Alpego, and we're going to demonstrate them here in just a little bit. Finally, you have the tractor. You have the Fiatagri 180-90. Now, I have some options out here just because you do have some options with this. First of all, this is by Pepe 978. It is a, there's a description that says about the tractor. Tank capacity 280 liters. It's a 6-cylinder turbo. Displacement 8102. Horsepower is 180 horsepower. And there is a separate weight purchase too with this. Now, Fiatagri is if you don't know anything about Fiatagri, the Fiat Group, in quotations, was started in 1919. Produced construction equipment, ag equipment, and tractors in particular. Over its decades of history, it established itself as Italy's leading constructor and one of the biggest in Europe. In 1991, Fiatagri took over Ford New Holland and adopted its name to increase its status on the world markets. However, in 1999, New Holland acquired Case Corporation to create Case New Holland, in which Fiat Industry was the major shareholder. So in 2013, then it became Case New Holland Industrial. So that's its origins. Pretty cool origins with it. Like I said, this is from Pepe 978. If we look at this particular tractor, the Fiat 180-90, it was produced between 1984 and 1994. Like I said, it's a 6-cylinder diesel turbo, an 8.1 liter. This is by Tractor Data. What else can I tell you about it, really? That's the other stuff doesn't really matter. 180 horsepower, 4x4 multi forward wheel direction. Yeah, what did I say it was produced from? 1984 to 1994. So when you go into the store, you see the Fiatagri 180-90. It's $33,500. Now, that is not too shabby. A 180 horsepower tractor for $33,500. I'm trying to think what's another. Well, even the Fendt 800 is only $165 for $75. I suppose you can get it up to. Yeah, you have the 818 turbo shift. You're looking at $83,000. That's a big difference. Those are all smaller. Another 180 horsepower tractor. I'm just kind of curious to compare, because when you're low on cash, man, it kind of adds up. That's a Fendt 700. Well, granted, it's much newer, yeah. But anyways, you can see, you know, it's a bargain. It is a bargain price. But I think I remember it being 24 slots for those that are interested in that. So there you have it. Now you have some options to it. Front loader attacher, yes or no. Engine setup, you have a short pre-filter or a long pre-filter. In the picture on the left, you can see it's a long pre-filter. That'd be the one closest to the cab. I have those options out here. We can take a look. Wheel setup, standard, wide, rear twin wheels, or narrow. So you can do plowing and spraying with this tractor. Now you do have lifting arms and hydraulic pistons. That would be the 3-point. We'll go with that. You have a fixed tow bar and a trainer extender. Now I've searched Google. I've never heard of the name trainer extender. Try to find some information on that. I cannot, but I'll show you what it is. So the first one here is just a standard wheels. This is the short pre-filter right here, right in front of the cab, short pre-filter. You know, the old school tractors, they put the exhaust right in front of the cab. So yeah, it was a little bit odd, but it is a nice looking tractor. Good decals. You can see the logo there. Up top there, above the cab, you got lights. You got the name there. Yeah, pretty neat. License plate in the back here. More logos, more name. Kind of clean, kind of crisp. It's nice. Yeah, so that's just the standard lifting arms, and the other one was called not the fixed. I gotta look here. It was the fixed tow bar right there in the back. So that's lifting arms, fixed tow bar, standard tires. Pretty neat tractor. Here you have the wide tires. So there you can kind of see the difference between the standard and the Y. Now this has the hydraulic arms. Okay, and this is the trainer extender, what they call it on the mod hub. So basically it just looks like a ball hitch. And the other kind of hitch, I can't think of what it would be called at the moment. So I don't know if in real life that extends out. There are no animations for it. You can't do anything with it, but it is what it is. And finally you have, or not finally, but you have the rear twins. It looks like a beast. But remember, this is a 180 horsepower tractor, so not too shabby. And then finally you have the ridiculous looking narrow tires on the tractor. So that's kind of it. Pretty cool. Good lighting. You got a beacon on top. You got steps on this side. I like how they have the filters. I'm assuming those would be, I don't know if they, I suppose they could be engine oil filters, but the filters say New Holland on them. That's kind of interesting. They wouldn't be hydraulic filters. I would say the hydraulic filters would be back under here somewhere. But yeah, pretty neat. Turbo DT 18090 on there. Good logo. Yeah, it's a cool tractor. I kind of like it. Let's just take a look at this one because it's kind of sitting out here. In cab, you know, it is what it is. Gets a little blurry on the inside. None of the doors work. None of the windshields work. But you got, you know, it's still cool. It's still cool. Now, the best part I like about this tractor is the sound. You fire it up. That's neat. Look at the fuel gauge. Goes up. Be interesting to see if that, but that's good sound in a tractor. That is. RPMs work, and this thing just sounds like a beast when it goes. Good sound in tractor. I can't think of it. Yeah, that's a dandy sound tractor. Absolutely splendid. You have lights. You can see when you turn the first notch on, you get the the dash kind of lights up. You get the first light up. But you also have this light here, almost a digital dash up top. That's pretty neat. And you have a light right there. So it'll be interesting to see at nighttime how much that lights up the cab there. But that's that. So that's the first stage lights. Then you got second and third. So coming on the outside, there's third. The front, the two work lights, the clearance lights up top. There's the beacon. That flashes. And you have lights in the back. So One would just be kind of the back tail lights and those front lights. Stage 2 is the rear work lights, and stage 3 would be the front work lights. So that is pretty cool. I like that a lot. Like I said, there's no doors, no windows. What a good sounding tractor. Man, that sounds cool. I absolutely love the sound of that tractor. So that's basically about it. Yeah, you have the long pre-filter versus the short one right here, and then you have the tire, the difference in tires between standard wide rear duals and narrow. You have the hydraulic arms. See, this is just the standard arms compared to the hydraulic arms, just hydraulic cylinders. And then the trainer extension thing, that's the trainer extension thing. That would just be the tow bar there. So yeah, so pretty neat tractor, pretty cool. I kind of like it. I think on certain maps it's going to work out real well. But with that said, I think that's all I can cover with the tractors. I did say it was also by Pepe 978. Pretty cool. So let's go check out this thing and then the Metal Fach thing real quick, and then we'll be done. Hey, get a chance to drive this tractor and see how it sounds. Not the fastest tractor in the world right off the gate, but man, it revs up there. Oh, I like it. I like it a lot. Yeah, that sounds nifty. Oh, hang on there. Oh yeah, there's also a front weight. I'm going to show you too when we get up here too, with this little black smoke coming out of there. Boy, that thing's a beast. Like I said, might be a little bit, even though it's kind of in that horsepower range, might be a little bit on the short side. But man, that thing just sounds awesome. Okay. Yeah, the front weight pack is the front weight that hooks up here. If you go into weights, Fiatagri, it's 380. I can't remember the weight on it. I don't know if it says the weight. It doesn't say the weight. But big slots, 17 slots for that weight, so that is just absurd. But anyways, let's take a look at this thing. What I'm going to do is I'm going to drop off the back first. Okay? Now, you put it down, it's going to plow just like a 3-meter plow would. However, I like it because, of course, it won't work over that, but you do have the create fields option, and it will plow that. I like that option. I like that. Especially for a plow kind of like this would do good for doing trim work. Now, if I hook up the H10, is that what they call it? It's under cultivators. It's separate here. The Fratner H10. So if I hook that up with it, and we'll back up here to some new ground. Let's go into the map here. Does it say where I am about plowing? Oh, it's not showing up there as being plowed. Well, it should. I'm surprised it doesn't. Yeah, it's cultivated. Oops. Set that down. So now you're plowing, but then behind that you're cultivating. So all in one process. That's pretty neat. I like that. And I'm pretty sure it's going to show up as being plowed. There's no reason why it wouldn't. No reason why it wouldn't. It just takes me a while for the map to update. Yeah, see there, you can kind of see it. Just the map's so slow. So that's that. All in one kind of deal there. Whoops, lights off. And the beacon. But that's pretty cool. You can plow and cultivate it in one time. Yes, you're only doing 3 meters, but hey, on a map like this, that'd be perfect. Let's go check out the seeder now, and then we'll be done. Okay, I got some seed in there. I got the Metal Fach thing. We are ready to go. The cover's open even. Look at that. Ooh, little big rear duals on there. Close the cover. And we'll see if this works. Oh, am I going to be too wide to get across? No, we'll be fine. We'll be fine. There we go. We've got wheat selected. So if I just start here, Now what should happen is I should cultivate and then it should seed. So if I get to the seeder, I'm going to lower that back down. Boy, that's pretty cool. I'm going to turn that puppy on. I don't think it's seeding. It says it is, but it's not. Oh, I hired a worker there. But there you go. It's cultivating and it's seeding. Boy, look at her go. She is nuts. Yeah, I had, I think all the buy stuff is on here. That's why it's not going down. There we go. But yeah, it's going to cultivate and it's going to seed in one shot, 4 meters wide. I like that. I think it looks kind of cool. I really do like that. Yeah, there goes the seed down. It is cultivating. Now, that might be a little bit of an issue. That could be a little bit of a problem. I guess I didn't see that. It almost looks like the cultivator is just a little bit wider than the seeder, but they're both the same. They're supposed to be the same, but yeah, that kind of stinks. Then you would get that little little mispatch in between them. Oops. Yeah, see, we seeded that, and it looks like the cultivator is kind of cultivating back over what we already had done. So I suppose what you could do is get the, well, then the 3 meter, that wouldn't work either. Huh, they're both 4 meters because that cultivator is 4 meters and the Massey Ferguson is 4 meters, so I chose both of them. But you know what, a person can play around with different combinations and maybe find something that works pretty good, because then, yeah, it does look like that hasn't been seeded yet. But anyways, that's what it is. That is the Metal Fach, the oh no, I forgot, Alpego, and the Fiatagri tractor. So pretty nifty, pretty neat. I like all 3 of them. I really, really do. There you have it. So that is it. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you did. Hope you found it useful. Perhaps maybe even a little entertaining, a little insightful. What have you? If you did, give us a like. We would appreciate that very much. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, think about doing that as well. We would appreciate that greatly. But as always, from Altenstein, Farmer Min telling you, have yourself a great day and keep between the ditches. So long.